Hey guys, it's James. I'm not going to do a karaoke video today. I'm not going to, do an Ask the Doctor. I wrote an open letter to the president after this week's t- Twitter entries and how see him saying that his tweeting is modern day presidential. I want to say first and foremost, I didn't vote for you. I am an independent. Despite what the state of New Hampshire would say, I am not a Democrat and I am not a left wing liberal, nor am I a right wing conservative. And I don't believe in it. And I do believe in common sense, though. And that tells me that me going online and openly insulting a person and attacking them is not only vile, it is not the decorum of someone who is a leader. You have such influence on people. Children look up to you. The audience takes their cues from you. Is it really okay to insult people in the public theater? To physically mock a disabled reporter? To your history of demeaning women? Pretty much because they are women? And then at the end of the day, stating insulting people, calling them names is quote unquote modern day presidential. What does that say to your base? That they can publicly shame anyone and everyone for any reason at all? If I were to go to Twitter myself or Facebook and call out anyone I pleased, say a Johnny Wishbone for being a brainless idiot, or make a video where I physically mock him, I would get blowback. Depending on who they were, I could probably get fired. I realize I don't have that kind of power that you do, and I can get away with it, but I do have the before mentioned common sense and respect for people who are critical of me. You can't say it's because I'm the president and I can do what I want. And I say what it is and what isn't appropriate of the office. I would say it's another example of power corrupting, but I've been down this road before with you since last year's campaign. And I've been critical of your conduct unbecoming regardless. I figure you were raised with a far different sense of right and wrong than the common man was. And their sense of decency, respecting your fellow man, beings, whatever they disagree with you or not. I don't understand how anyone can think themselves that they're above it all and that they believe that they can get away with anything and not only defend it, but have to say, get used to it. The office of the presidency is a privilege, one that's earned, not expected or owed. Yet you come across as less a man of the people, but a ruler set on imposing his will and expecting the populace to fall on their swords just if they ask. If you ask, it is a humbling achievement to be president of the United States. I've been told by your supporters many times, again and again, to give him a chance. Give him a chance. Well, it's been 6 months it's July. You yourself said that candidate Trump is different than the person that's really you. He's a character. With the ascending to the throne, you've proven yourself a person that you're that you're a person who has no respect for the office and really expects to just plain rule over everyone. Now, the rich man is king, but are you not satisfied until you rule everything? My point? You clearly need to let the brain to mouth filter work, but I don't know if you have one or not. I know you're president. I know I'm just a lowly person in the world, and you're a president, and I shouldn't say anything, but it's just it's a public theater. You're a public theater figure. You can't just go and just insult people just because it's an impulse. There's a decorum to be had for the office. There's a respect for the office. There's just a you have to have present a certain persona, like you're a leader with dignity, and not just you and the person who's just going to take every impulse, every demeaning thought, and just put it out in the world because that's what you're used to doing. You have to have some kind of respect for the other people. You can't just be you and just say the world's got to deal with it. But I'm just a lowly worker. I work in a restaurant 5 days a week. I don't have a say, and you're right. You're not going to listen to me, but I just decided to put my word out there. So, yeah, that's a letter I wrote from this morning to this afternoon. So, I mean, if you're a Trump fan, I'm sorry, and I just voice my opinion to the point where free speech still exists. And if you support, my opinion, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching it, and thank you guys for watching.